Hi, I'm Emily Jones, and we are going to be learning a skill building lesson today. We're going to be doing a value scale stick. This is an incredibly important skill to know because everything you see is made out of values. And so to be an artist, to be able to interpret and recognize the values that are around you and then place them onto whatever art piece you are working with is going to make your pieces much more fuller and dynamic and rich. So let's break down what the tonal scales are. I actually have a little printout right here that tells you what the value scales are when you're looking at an object. We'll talk about that in a second. But basically, there are 5 values, and they can be broken down, I'll show you on this stick, into a highlight, a semi-light, a mid-tone, a semi-dark, and a dark. And this is what we're going to be making today. So when you take those terms and you break them down when you're looking at something, they take on another language, but they mean the same thing. So we're going to look at this guy right here. I have a little candle. So we're going to be able to tell what our highlight and our midtone and all that fun stuff is. So what the highlight would be, it's called the same thing, which is going to be this top part right here. Wherever you see something that's the lightest, that is our highlightest. When you go a little bit further down, that is what's called our soft edge, and that's usually what starts to blend the form in. Then you have your mid-tone right afterward. You can see that that's a little bit more gray. And then you have your form shadow, which creates more. You can see it right through there. You have a little bit more of that coming over. And then you have your last, which is going to be your darkest, which is your core shadow, which is right in there. So same things you can see through there. They're the same things, just 2 different names. So when you are painting or drawing or sculpting, this is a great tool to have on you because you can lift it up and you can close one eye. I'm going to have you try it yourself. And so can you, by holding it up to that candle, can you start to tell which value is which by using that?
Yeah, I think so.
Perfect. All right. So you can, once we make these, you can keep these through the entire semester to help you with your work.
Cool.
So we are going to make our own. So we have our handy dandy paint sticks. This one will be yours. I've already pre-made the little squares that we're going to be drawing on. And all we need is black and white paint and a little bit of water. And I have your paintbrush right there. So we're going to start off with just putting some black all the way over here. And can you put some white? Maybe right there. I know they're a little hard to open sometimes.
Just like that much?
Yep, about that much. Just right there. We don't need that much. Perfect. Okay.
I'm going to check the camera, make sure it's still on.
And I think we're still on. So what we're going to do is you want to start off with just a tiny bit of water. And we're going to just start with just basic white. Perfect. And it's really easy to just do simple strokes. Perfect. And if there's a little too much water, you can just kind of blend it through with the water, maybe take some of your water off. And then once you go in one direction, you're going to want to get just a little bit more paint and go the opposite direction. And that's going to make it nice and smooth. You don't want it to be bumpy or ridgy because those will pull up their own values within that little square, which will make it hard to pick out your values when you're using the stick.
Like that.
Perfect. All right, now we're going to clean up our paintbrush. Get as much of the white off of there as you can. Because we're going to do the darkest value next, and we don't want any of the white to kind of chalk it up. Perfect. All right, so let's get some black. Grab some black. And I think this is pretty watery, so I think we're okay to not really use a lot of water. And you're going to go on the exact opposite side. So we have this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to put it right there on that 5, so it'll be that one right there.
Okay.
And same thing, go in one direction. And the black is like much more pigmented than the white. So it's a lot easier to glide.
Wait, should it be right here or right here?
You're gonna go
'Cause there's just gonna be
1,
five values,
2,
right?
3, 4. Oh yeah, 5.
Okay,
Sorry,
okay.
it's right there. That was my fault. And actually, this one's drying out a little bit faster, so it's okay to keep on adding just a little bit at a time. You don't want to glop up your paintbrush too much; it'll make it hard. Beautiful.
Okay.
All right, now what we're going to do is kind of clean up your paintbrush again. It's always good to keep your paintbrush clean so you can keep your values really clear. And we're going to go right to the middle. So this will be the mid-tone that we're going to make, which will be the one right there.
Mm-hmm.
And how we're going to do that is we want to mix equal parts of the white and black. I'm going to do it first. And then I want you to do your own. So do your own like right underneath mine. Maybe a little bit more. A little bit more. Try not to get as much of the... Oh, that was a lot. We cut that in half. Beautiful. And then grab almost same amount. Beautiful. Now mix those together. Yeah, that's a really, really good mid-tone. And then we're going to do that one right on the number
Right in the middle.
3 on the right in the middle. Actually, I need a little bit more water in mine. Perfect. Actually, it's a little watery. You might want to pass it over one more time because you can see some of the white.
Mm-hmm.
You want it to make it as really concise as possible. That way you can really see that tone. Yeah, perfect. Just really blend it in there. Sometimes when I find that I can see some lighter values or darker values, I kind of put my paintbrush and I kind of move it back and forth really quickly and use a lot of pressure, and that's really easy to get that through there. There you go.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Now let's do the one that's right next to it. That's going to be kind of the soft edge. I'm going to put that right next there. So using the same little pile that we made for the mid-tone, let's grab a little bit more white and just use what you already have on your paintbrush with a little bit more white. You see? Yep. And that way you're not wasting paint as well. Yeah. I'm going to put that right there. Oop, I skipped a step on mine, but that's okay. And try to make that edge, see how right next to that, make it a nice straight edge. Perfect. Just do that on the other side. That way when you're squinting your eyes and you're looking at your stick and you're looking at an object, that really straight edge is going to allow you to kind of blend it in with your eyes to see which one it is. All right, and the last one, it's the same thing, but what we're going to do is we're going to take from this part and just add a little bit more black.
Cool, that makes sense.
Beautiful. You might want to add just a little bit more black. It looks like it's kind of that really close to that mid-tone. We don't want to make it as dark as the hard shadow. That one's always a little bit the trickiest. Let's see. Perfect. Now work on blending where you see that white part a little more. Yeah, beautiful. All right, you have your own value stick that you can use now for the rest of the semester.
About time.
All right, can you tell me the different stages on them?
Like the
So
the terms.
the terms. Let's do just the simple value terms. So it's going to be your. Oops, that got turned off. Oh. So we got our high.
The high
highlight.
tone,
We got the highlight. We got it right here.
the highlight, the semi-light, the mid-tone, the semi-dark, and the dark.
Mm-hmm. And then when you are looking at it when you're drawing, it is your highlight, your soft edge, your mid-tone, your form shadow, and your core shadow.
Okay.
All right. You think it's going to help you?
Yep.
All
I'm a
right.
better painter.
Thanks so much. Bye.